At long last, ladies and gentlemen, we have Beast Gohan playable turn 1 in Dokkan Battle. Now, welcome to an Ultimate Showcase. This is where I edit in the defense stats to each super attack, so make sure you're watching on full screen so you can see the defense stat as it shows alongside the attack stat on each super. Now, a lot to get through with this Beast Gohan. He drops in about 18 hours from the time of recording. I'm obviously using a private server here to showcase him off early. Now, you see him there, not quite with 24 ki, which is necessary for him to get some of his perks. He gets 3 ki and provides it also to the rest of the rotation after taking a hit, which is going to tank a super here, you watch. He does not care about eating this up nice and smoothly. And then you'll see that he's also building ki and attack as he gets hit after the first shot, well, including the first shot, but beyond that. Basically, the ki maxes out at 5. The attack is infinite. If you have 2 shots lined up, he's going to get 2 attack buffs. If you have 30 attacks lined up, he's going to buff himself 30 times separately. It's madness what this man can do. And as you can see, he's just done a double super. Save that. That's a triple super, and he's at 11 mil and already over 1 million defense. Now, with his super attack effect, as long as I'll put it real simple, basically, as long as you are getting his 18 ki super, you are keeping him at his maximum defensively. He gets what I like to call a rolling stack. Now, we know units that stack every single turn more and more and more and more in an almost infinite way. This Gohan here works similar to my favorite unit, actually, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the LR, whereas the stack lasts 4 turns. So basically, he's just added that stack by doing the 18 ki on this turn. That will last this current turn we're about to watch, and then his following turn. So he basically comes into the next turn with a 1.3 multiplier already applied, and then he builds 1.3 on top of that for each super attack he does. Following the 18 ki that he'll do next turn will be the stack that applies for the 5th turn, essentially, or the 3rd appearance, if that makes sense. Now, he has a best friend, as you would imagine, LR Ultimate Gohan, or as the community somewhat calls him, LR Beastless Gohan, because he has the Beast active skill when he released. Obviously doesn't have the playable version of him, so this is kind of why Beast has been such a long time coming. Now, we're going to attack first with the physical Ultimate Gohan, just so he can get a little bit built up, otherwise we might get caught with our pants down a little bit later on in the fight. He needs 5 super attacks to fully build his passive. It's best if you get them done in these first 2 appearances, if possible. If RNG goes your way, he's just under 10 mil with 600k defense there, mainly because obviously when his intro runs out, you want to have him fully built up so that when the drop comes, he's still sitting nice and pretty. We missed the super attack with his passive additional, but get the hidden potential. He's just cracked 1 million defense with just under 9 mil attack. Effective versus all types, as he is when he hits 24 ki. So yeah, the problem I've actually run into with Ultimate Gohan, who's just obviously got his best new partner in Beast Gohan, is that Beast Gohan honestly moves a little bit too quickly for him. He can kind of get caught just finishing off the boss, or at least lowering the boss to a certain amount of HP to the point where Ultimate Gohan isn't even getting the opportunity to do all 3 attacks. So given that we've got a couple links in fighter and all in the family with Pan there, we'll leave her on rotation. She's going to take as little damage as possible. She needs to dodge once to get a little bit of extra, 13 mil, 6.4. There's a lot of support going on as well. Keeping in mind that we also should have, what turn are we at here? This is the 2nd turn, I believe. Is it? No, turn 3, we didn't. No, so what I was thinking of is the 18 and Krillin unit I was talking about a rolling stack for Beast Gohan's super attack effect. Krillin and 18 have a rolling support basically through their passive, whereas they kind of like Bulma basically, except for theirs is unconditional. They support 50% to superheroes for 2 turns, simply for entering the turn. So I think we see them next turn. So yeah, bang, they will have a 50% support active for these 2 Gohans here. And then the following turn, so on turn 5, whichever units we have, which looks like it's going to be Pan, LR Piccolo, and the other Beast, they will also have a 50% support from the Krillin and 18. So with all links active other than prepared for battle and 50% support here, Beast is going to take a super. This is going to build his defense. So interesting to see if we take any damage here. prior to building that defense up a little bit after taking a hit, which we don't. Obviously that hit was there to buff the defense, as you saw, and that right there is what you don't want. Dodge. I put the 3 dodge because I'm usually a 3 dodge kind of defender, and I was kind of unsure whether he would take any damage from a situation like that where he hasn't got the extra passive boost active, and then takes a super, but obviously he doesn't need it. So my advice, my genuine recommendation is make sure that he has no dodge on him whatsoever. That's his 3rd super at 13 mil with 1.3 mil defense. That's what that rolling stack does. It just, he has a ball in every court for his defense multipliers. I have a tutorial on how to calculate defense on my channel. Go check that out if you're curious. But long story short, you want to make sure you're kind of putting a figure in each multiplier. That's the 3rd out of 5 stacks for Ultimate Gohan, by the way. You want to have a figure in each multiplier. So phase 1 of the passive in the links, in phase 2 of the passive in the super attack effect, etc. So like, it's kind of like that matter of like 3 plus 3 equals 6, but 3 times 3 equals 9. The more you kind of take that approach for each multiplier, the better you'll be. Now, the reason we're not putting Beast Gohan in front of all these attacks to show him off is that Piccolo hasn't really built up at all yet, and his intro has already expired. So given that we have type advantage, we want to get a few builds in there. We've got 4 attacks out of the 5 that he needs to build up that he's facing. So providing that he doesn't dodge, I'm less inclined to recommend to not put dodge on Piccolo. Dodge is still somewhat, there it goes there. It's still somewhat valuable to him, given that once he's built up, he will still take a little bit of damage depending on the super attack that he takes. So having the chance to dodge it is not all that bad, even though you might miss out on a shot to build up, as we did there. It's not the biggest deal. He can still make it up later. The action break from Beast Gohan as well on the unit super attack is just completely unnecessary, like totally unnecessary. Pan took a little bit of damage there, but I mean, she dodged the other one, so we're fine. Yeah, that unit super attack, considering that like he's just not going to take damage after supering in any way, shape or form, it makes no sense. Anyway, the only time that unit super attack action break is going to be useful is if, say, we weren't taking any shots from Broly after attacking, we would have the action break for Ultimate Gohan behind him, but that's going to be a very niche use. We got 17 mil, 1 mil defense. Ooh, these boys are fun. I mean, it's Beast Gohan, but seeing Orange Piccolo in this kind of like what if father-son special beam cannon kind of animation is awesome. Like, it's 100% worth the price of admission. I mean, he's doing 13 mil with whatever. I didn't even catch that defense stat. It's just madness, absolute madness, and he's critting every time just because he can. There you go, 14 mil with 1.46 mil defense. Just stop it, mate. There's no need to be this good. Like, it's crazy. This is genuinely like, I don't even think I'll hear any arguments for anyone being better. Even Broly, or, I mean, he's going to super attack us now, so we get to see his animations, which is half the reason I came into this event, by the way. This is the new Dragon Ball Super movies event. This is Broly, and he's just not doing anything. The guard was so unnecessary. With the damage reduction and everything he's got going on as well, I mean, the guard was completely unnecessary. Now, this is Super Attack 4 out of 5. This is 5 out of 5 for Ultimate Gohan. So this is him fully built up, basically, that defense. If he had the opportunity to do another attack, which he does, but it's a normal, unfortunately. That was a hidden potential normal. If that was a hidden potential super, that was the only time that you would see that defense stat get higher than that. But he's still over a mil with his intro expired, passive fully built up. That's pretty good, in my opinion. So now what we're going to do something a little bit tricky. The active skill directs all attacks to Gohan, gives him maximum ki, which I think is also guaranteed crits. I'm not memorizing his entire kit just yet. Directs all attacks at him. So basically, you know how I said that his attack buffs are infinite according to how many attacks he takes? Putting him in slot 3 here maximizes the amount of attacks he'll take, because everything before him lined up will be targeted at him. We just will miss out on the 3 that are behind him, unfortunately. So we'll have 50% support from Krillin and 18. We will only be getting Fierce Battle and Legendary Power active from Piccolo, as you see there. We are already at over 1 million defense, I think that showed, but I mean, we're going to get more defense here for taking a hit, so it's just craziness. 158% support for defense from doing the active skill, which is an entirely separate multiplier altogether. So again, go check that tutorial I did for defense out in another video on my channel there. Piccolo's not even fully built up and he's already at nearly 1 million defense. It's crazy. He's still so good. He's going to be glued to this Gohan. It's madness. But that 158% support from his active skill actually gets calculated entirely separately. So if you had 25 mil and 2.3 mil defense, woo! I mean, this is crazy power creep, man. It's ridiculous. With the action break, the crit, 19 mil with 2.75 mil defense. Oh, soaring strike, surely. And then like a big bang attack. It's weird how he gave him this animation, but I really like it. And then 20 mil with 3.1 million defense with guaranteed guard. What the shit? Like, genuinely. And like, he can keep getting stronger. Alright, you want a super attack? It's fine, go for it. We have over 3 million defense with guard. You can't hurt us. Technically, you're only making us stronger, but we just can't attack again. I'm going to leave him in slot 2 here, because obviously we're about to finish off this boss. There's a lot of attacks lined up there in slot 1, so they'll all be targeted towards Gohan. Pan won't kill. She's also not going to get hit, so we don't have to worry about her. Like, this active skill is crazy. Absolutely madness. Look at that, 1.47 mil before he gets hit, which is obviously going to give him more defense, and then before super attacking, which is also going to give him more defense. Ooh! This for rotation, man. Like, we didn't even use Ultra Gohan's active skill, which is Beast. I probably should have, but I didn't want to kill. I wanted to see this attack stat. 2.6 mil and 270k from Pan. Nice and modest. She does her thing. I like Pan. She's good. So bang. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 attacks. 31 mil and 3.25 million defense. Why does he even have guard? Like, why? Oh my god. Alright, well, let me know what you reckon of Beast Gohan in the comment section down below. Now, stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to be doing a surprise live stream in about 12 hours time, just over, giving away a JP account that already has Gogeta and Broly. We'll be summoning for Beast and the Gammas. Keep a lookout for that. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Discord if you want to chat with me further. Let me know all your thoughts down below or on any of the other socials. If you could like and subscribe, that would help me out a lot. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.